Okay, we're speaking now with LSU lacrosse coach Jeff ECHOLS. And Coach, you just won a 12-1 victory over Texas San Antonio. And we understand this is a conference game for LSU. So first of all, tell us, obviously it looked like the offense was on board today, really up and running today. Tell us about the offensive performance of the Tigers today.
Well, thank you, Barry. Appreciate it. Yeah, we worked pretty hard the last 2 weeks because we had a bye in our schedule last weekend, and we really worked on trying to focus on our offense, because we've got this game this weekend, and then we go into a real heavy run there, 3 big games coming up next weekend. So one of the guys to focus a lot on trying to execute our offense, try to get a lot of guys in today, which we did. Anytime we can get all 3 of our goalies in one game is a big deal. But I was proud of the way the guys played, and I'll have to go back and kind of look at the film and kind of break some of that down. But I was proud of 12 goals.
I did notice you had 3 goalies in. That's kind of unusual. Obviously, depth is a strength of the Tigers. Talk about that for us a little bit.
It is, thank you. Yeah, we've got 40 guys on the roster this year. We run 5 midfield lines, and again, anytime I can get down to that 4th and 5th line and get some of those young kids in. We had 3 freshmen score their first college goals today. That was a big deal. They were pretty excited about that. But yeah, I'm appreciative for the depth that we have, and it should help us, kind of in the playoff run.
Strong defensive performance also, only giving up 1 goal, rotating 3 goalies in, and you only give up 1 goal.
Well, it's a lot to say about Coach Smith. I mean, Coach Smith's our defensive coordinator, and my hat's off to him. I totally let him run the defense. He makes all the substitutions, makes all the calls. He's worked with our defense, and he lets the goalies kind of call the game out there. So, Coach Smith's just done a fantastic job with our defense.
Now, Coach Smith, tell us a little bit more about him.
Brett Smith joined me at the beginning of the year. He's got a great lacrosse pedigree. He comes from the New York area, played college ball back east initially, moved down to the New Orleans area quite a while back. Actually coached Tulane for a couple of years, and I was actually led to him by a friend of mine that knew that Brett was interested in getting into coaching. We had a couple of meetings, interviews, and hopefully I made him an offer he couldn't refuse, so it's great to have him.
Tulane has restarted their program this year, I understand. Are they on the schedule?
Yeah, they have, but we got some bad news, unfortunately. They're struggling a little bit with leadership on the Tulane team, and they kind of were a little bit, as I understood, kind of on a probationary stance, and they didn't fulfill some of their obligations to the league. The league has stepped in and unfortunately canceled their remaining games this year, which is going to hurt us because we hadn't played them yet and they were on our schedule.
Well, hopefully they can get that worked out. All right, Coach, next weekend, the All-State Sugar Bowl Lacrosse Classic at Pan American Stadium in New Orleans. Pan American Stadium, by the way, for those folks who don't know, is in New Orleans City Park, right down the road from the better-known Tad Gormley Stadium. Tell us about what's coming up at the Pan American.
We play some tough teams next weekend. We've got the University of Tennessee Friday night at 8:30. We've been trying to get a little bit of information on them, so that's our first game. And then we play Alabama, a huge rival of ours, Saturday afternoon at 4:30. So I hope we'll get a big attendance. Everybody come out and watch the Tigers.
Again, those are 2 SEC opponents for LSU, but this lacrosse team is not in an SEC league because there is no SEC lacrosse competition. As a matter of fact, only Florida in the SEC has a varsity team. That's a girls' team.
That's right.
What about the future of that, Coach? Is there a possibility that an SEC lacrosse league could be formed?
Well, I'd like to see it. I mean, as much as anything, it'd take a lot of movements between different conferences. We play in the Lone Star Alliance. We play actually in a Texas conference. That's just historically the way that geographically the lines were drawn, and LSU played the schools that are west of here. But, yeah, I think almost every SEC football school has a lacrosse team, and it'd be great to play in a conference like that. I'd be in favor of it, but it would require some realignment and that sort of thing. The main thing is my guys like to play the traditional SEC football school, so that's why the Tennessee-Alabama weekend is going to be big for us.
And then after that, a week from Tuesday, the Tuesday after Mardi Gras, I understand you've got Florida State here at Olympic Stadium. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. The Seminoles are coming to Baton Rouge, and they're always recognized as a national power in the Men's Collegiate Lacrosse Association. So we welcome Florida State. Should be a big game.
All right, well, looking forward to that one, Coach. Thanks so much, and congratulations on today's win against Texas San Antonio by a score of 12-1. Coach LSU Coach Jeff ECHOLS.
Thank you, Barry. Appreciate it.
Okay.